Aniseh Bassiri Tabrizi, a research fellow at the Royal United Services Institute, joins us from London. Aniseh Bassiri Tabrizi, is the 2015 deal in effect dead and gone?
Not yet, but of course the latest announcement made by Iran doesn't make the situation easier to deal with for the remaining parties. We know that the situation has been very complicated since President Trump has been in power, and especially since the US withdrew from the nuclear deal in May 2018. And of course, tensions have risen even more over the past 6 months since Iran has decided to scale back its compliance with the nuclear deal in response to the maximum pressure campaign and to the fact that it was not getting the benefit of remaining fully compliant to the nuclear deal.
Why is Iran, pardon me for interrupting you, why is Iran doing this as of now?
Well, the rationale behind Iran's behavior has been clear since May. They have decided to take these steps because they are not able to sell their oil or to be connected to the financial system. And they have been saying that if they are not able to sell their oil or to get the benefit of a transaction with the global financial system, there is no benefit for them to remain a party of the nuclear deal. And they have been trying to push the E3 in particular, but also Russia and China, to find ways to basically offset the impact of US sanctions. But as of now, six months after Iran made this announcement, there has been still no change in the situation.
As far as the other signatories are concerned, if there are back-channel conversations going on, because Tehran is clearly signaling, look, it's not completely dead and buried as of yet, what's the nature of those conversations?
Well, we know that the remaining parties are committed to the nuclear deal, as they are committed to bring Iran back in full compliance to the nuclear deal. These are the two priorities. We also know that, in particular, the E3, UK, France, and Germany have tried to find ways for Iran to continue trade with Europe, but also with other countries. We know about the INSTEX mechanism and the EU blocking statute. All of that, however, unfortunately, because of the nature of the US legislation, has not been sufficient to allow Iran to continue its deals with the EU and with other countries. So the nature of the conversation right now is to see if there are quicker fixes, quicker incentives for Iran to be convinced to go back to its full compliance. Of course, the latest announcement made by Iran is going to be taken very seriously by the EU and Russia and China as well, because of the sensitivity of Fordo and what it entailed back in 2009 with regard to the 20% enrichment. So we'll have to see whether Iran went too far in trying to push the remaining parties in delivering something in return for its full compliance, and whether the JCPOA will stay alive or not.
OK, speculate for us, and it will be complete speculation, of course. What do you think the Washington reaction will be to this? Donald Trump's reaction will be as the States wakes up to this news? John Bolton, National Security Advisor, very right-wing, he's not in the picture anymore.
Well, we know that in reality, what President Trump would want is for Iran to negotiate a new deal. However, the US strategy so far has been of maximum pressure only, of imposition of sanctions, and of jeopardizing the strategy and attempts of partners and allies, such the European one, to keep the deal alive. So we know they're not going to be very happy about the news, but this is part of the maximum pressure campaign and the result of basically putting off a number of sanctions without anything in return for Iran to consider, even for coming to the negotiating table. So I hope and would assume that there should be some sort of rethinking about the strategy, and that this will be done in coordination with the European partners.
Aniseh Bassiri Tabrizi there in London. Thank you very much.